When I started making this game, I thought adding new features was the fun part. Turns out, even something as simple as darkness can completely break your game if you are not careful. And somehow, I still decided to add rain, slippery floors, and now lava. I'm Parsa, and this is ParsnovaX. I'm an indie game developer, and for about a year now, I've been working in Unity on my first official game called Cook and Chaos. It's a single player offline cooking game inspired by Overcooked, and I'm planning to release it on itch.io in roughly a couple of months. This is my second long devlog, and today I want to show you what I've been adding to the game since the last video, and what kind of problems I ran into along the way. The first big feature I added was a darkness system. The original idea was simple: make the game more challenging, add more stress, and also help the game stand out from Overcooked. But the moment I implemented it, I ran into a really annoying problem. Some of my sprites weren't being lit properly at all. They were basically glowing in the dark, which completely ruined the whole point of the system. So instead of using them directly as a sprites, I had to place them on quads and handle the lighting that way. It wasn't something I planned for, but it fixed the issue. To make the darkness actually fun and not just frustrating, I added flickering lights. They turn on and off, forcing the player to react quickly, plan ahead, and sometimes prepare orders faster before everything goes dark again. At that point, the darkness stopped feeling like a visual gimmick and started becoming an actual gameplay mechanic. After that, I worked on the rain floor. The rain itself is just a particle effect, but the real challenge was the ground. I wanted the flow to look bad, so I ended up creating a custom material using shader graph, and that alone took way more time than I expected. Gameplay-wise, rainy floors make the player slip, and this is where things got tricky. I wanted the player to bounce slightly when colliding with kitchen counters, to really sell that slippery feeling. From a code perspective, this was surprisingly difficult for me to get right. One of the biggest issues was movement input. If the player released the movement key while sliding, and then quickly pressed it again in the same direction, the force would stack up and cause a sudden, unrealistic speed boost, and it felt terrible. Fixing that took a lot of tweaking, but in the end, it made controlling the character noticeably harder in a good way. Right now, I'm working on a new feature, lava floors. The idea is that parts of the ground disappear every few seconds and are replaced with lava, forcing the player to jump between safe tiles while still cooking. This feature isn't finished yet, but it's already one of the most challenging ones to design. My biggest fear is the balance. If lava appears in the wrong place, for example in front of the delivery counter, the level could become extremely frustrating or even impossible to complete. So I'm spending a lot of time making sure lava spawns only where it makes sense. At this point, Cook and Chaos is slowly becoming the game I originally imagined, but there is still a lot left to do. More polish, more balancing, and eventually multiplayer in future updates. This is my first official game, and honestly, I'm learning something new every single week. If you're interested in indie game devlogs and want to follow the journey of this game, you can find me on Instagram, X, and other social platforms with the username ParsnovaX. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next devlog.